when it comes to looking for a spiritual teacher, spiritual mentor, guru, master, people think it's going to make their lives easier. It's going to make their lives better. They're going to finally attract that dream job, opportunity, abundance. Money is going to come to them, and they're going to attract their soulmate, and everything's just going to make sense magically when you find the right teacher, the right teaching, the right practice. That's the general consensus these days. We're looking for somebody, something external to fulfill us. And not even just on an inner level, but an outer level. We want our lives to transform, to manifest, right? Manifest our highest desires. This is what has been sold to us by the New Age propaganda, if you will. The reality is, when you meet a true spiritual teacher, or you find a true spiritual teaching that is aligned to your heart, to your soul, to your prophecy, it's not necessarily that your life is just going to get better. It's not just going to be rainbows and sunshine off the bat. We need to be ready and prepared for this. We need to recognize what we're actually looking for, especially when it comes to the spiritual teacher. We don't want someone who is going to affirm our ego. Okay? We want someone who can see us as our essence, see us at the essential level prior to ego. A spiritual teacher who is interested in, just have this lead. A spiritual teacher that's interested in uplifting your ego is not truly the teacher you're looking for, unless that's what you're going for, to have a certain satisfaction, certain things to happen in your life. You can go for that. But if your goal is the one goal of returning to yourself, returning to the truth, returning to God, here now, not in some far off ceremony, not after you die, but here now, connecting to your essence, connecting to your source. If that is your goal, those are very different paths. You have to see this. The sign of a true spiritual teacher in your life is that in many ways it appears like your life is falling apart. It feels like your life is getting turned upside down. It's like you are living at the top of the house of cards, and the bottom cards are being pulled out, and you are crumbling. Your life, as you know it, is crumbling. The desires you had, the mission you had, the so-called mission that you believed you had, all the things that you wanted to fulfill in this life, that whole construct, that whole ego construct crashes down, and only what is real and true and lasting can remain in that kind of destruction that is brought about by the true spiritual teacher or teaching, because mind you, the teaching itself is timeless. And that's why we say, don't attack the messenger, right? We hear the message. We don't attack the messenger, nor do we attach to the messenger. And that's the problem with a lot of religions and the saviors, is that people get attached to the savior themselves, to the messenger themselves, the prophet themselves, without realizing the real message the prophet or the Messiah, the teacher, is delivering, which is to find that grace within yourself, to find God within yourself. So if you're someone who's very much identified with your ego construct and with all the beliefs and desires and attachments that are connected with that, you might find it very difficult when you start to receive these teachings, such as the fact that you are not your ego, you're not your body or your mind, that the essence of who you are, this constant awareness within which all experiences are occurring and being witnessed, is timeless, and it is complete, and it is free already. The most real aspect of you is already realized. It's already awakened. It already knows. We call this the heart. In a lot of cases, this is called the heart. The heart of who you are, the core of your being, the essence. So just recognize that when you are being called into the heart, and then when you take that step inwards, what you had thought it should be and how you had thought it would play out may no longer be the case. And all of that may be dissolving and being destroyed in the remembrance of the true nature. That may be very difficult to face, to feel. But know that what it is difficult for is the part that is the not you. It's the not self version of you, which is clinging to itself, clinging to its identity, because it does not want to be destroyed. It does not want to be dissolved in you facing that, in you facing that truth. Which is why when the guru or the teaching comes into your life, everything else has to be destroyed. It has to fall away. It has to fall apart. People think that coming into a conscious relationship, whether that is with a guru or with a partner, that's going to fulfill them on this deep level via the partner. But the truth is, the partner is there to reflect your delusions to an even further degree than you can really see on your own. That's what the guru does as well. The guru intentionally is going to confuse your mind, just like the Zen koan. It confuses your mind because the answer is not possible to even find through your mind. You have to find it through going beyond your mind. So the conscious relationship with the guru, with the teacher, with a person in your life, with a woman, for example, is going to stir up all of that stuff. It's going to make you face your shit. And you're going to think that this person's not fulfilling me to the extent that I thought they would. You know, why is my life changing so much being with this person? Why am I losing these certain aspects of myself, and I don't have time for this thing anymore that I love to do? This could happen in any sort of conscious relationship where, you know, the goal is really to come closer into unity and into love and to peace and to truth. This is very common. We have to see that the magic of this is that it is pointing right back at you. Every time you point at somebody, you have these three fingers pointed right back at you. And so when you point at somebody and you say, I'm unhappy because of this and this and this that you've done, it is just a reflection of your own state. It is pointing out where you are lacking in your own self-love. It is pointing out where you are lacking in your own wholeness. If you feel lonely in the relationship, this is pointing out the fact that you are not spending enough time with yourself, with your essence, with the core of your being, with the truth of who you are. You're looking to that other person to fulfill that for you. And the truth is they cannot. They can point you to the door within yourself, but you must go through it. This is the case with the guru. The guru recognizes his limitlessness. He is desireless. So there's nothing that teacher, the true spiritual teacher, wants from you. And we use this as a guide when it comes to conscious relationships. Because to truly be in a conscious relationship, you can't be controlling one another. You cannot be so attached to the expectations that you hold upon one another, which are in fact programmed expectations. They aren't even yours. They have been implanted in you from the beginning of your time here on this earth, in this body, by the things that you received growing up from your parents or did not receive. That is affecting your ability to just be here. That is affecting your ability to be at peace. That is affecting your ability to not feel lonely when you're alone. Because the truth is, we're all alone. There's only one. And the one has split itself into the infinite to experience itself. But there's only one. So when we accept this from an egoic perspective, that can feel quite lonely. But if we recognize that nothing that we see is separate from ourselves, all of a sudden, here I am in this dream world with all of my friends. That includes these trees and the grass and the wind and the bugs and every animal, every plant, the ocean, the sky, every being that I see. I recognize that I'm not separate from them, that I am complete. Here now, it's all here. And the ego is thinking like, no, it's not, unless it's in my hands. And truthfully, it is all here. Feeling lonely, blaming that on somebody else, or feeling like my life is crumbling because of this teacher, my whole life's being destroyed. That's the goal. You want the construct to be destroyed and dissolved. You want to be free of it. That's actually what you want. What you actually want is to be at peace here now, without needing anything to satisfy that, without anything being able to disturb that. What you actually want is to just be yourself. To not need anything from this world to complete you. And the only way to feel that is, again, to go in. It's to go into the heart. And it's to stay there. It's to be with the heart. Can you have some wild emotions and thoughts and feelings and things coming up, and then recognize that you are this loving awareness of all of that. And that the loving awareness that you are, that is aware, is complete. The more you align with the teachings, the more your life appears to fall apart, and the more free you become. And as the old life falls apart, it makes way for new life, right? The words of Christ, you give up your life so that you shall gain eternal life, everlasting life. Give up this mortal life and the desires of the ego, essentially is what he's saying. Give up your ego and all its desires and all the shit that it wants. Give it up to God and let yourself be used as a vessel to perform service to the whole creation. And in this, giving that up for true love and true connection and true unity, it allows for new life to enter. And with the house of cards smashed and cleared out of the way, the new seeds which had been planted through all the teachings can now begin to sprout and grow and blossom. And so you find that the more you surrender your life, the more you give up your life, the more blessings come to you, and the more you can see the blessings that are here now. And the only way to get there is to be here now. Otherwise, you're going to miss something. The most efficient way is to be here now. Be as your heart, abide as yourself, and allow any actions that need to occur out of that naturally. And yeah, of course, shit's gonna die. Things are gonna fall apart. Things will deteriorate as your attention shifts. Certain relationships will fall away. New relationships will come. Things that you loved to do yesterday, you may not love to do tomorrow. The music you listen to, you may realize is not quite attuning you to that frequency that is based in love and truth. Here's new music that does bring you there, that does remind you of truth. This movie, this show brings you into the past. You let it go. New forms of entertainment, new forms of art and creation appear. New visions come to you, new dreams. So embrace the fact that the guru, the true spiritual teacher, the teaching itself will bring about the destruction of the life which you cling to, only because it's going to bring you to something so much more beautiful, so much more aligned with you and your soul, and what you are actually here to do. You have been deluded and distracted, disturbed and distorted, and brought in ways that you would not have gone had you not been touched by that. And it's okay. All is forgiven. No one is shamed or guilted for this. But we just recognize what has occurred. We strayed off the path of truth and love and integrity, purity and innocence. The path of greatness, the true masculine and the feminine come together, combined. The yogi, the jnana, okay? The true knowledge, the true wisdom. We've strayed far from it, and now we're waking up. And all that which we had built out of that must come toppling down. And it is in that toppling and that destruction and the burning away that the spaciousness is created for the love that you are, the love that I am, to shine through. And so you will know when you find the spiritual teacher that threatens your very existence, your very perceived existence, the one who calls out, or just the teaching itself. When you find that core true teaching, don't turn away from it when it comes to you. Go with that. Stay with that. Stay with what is real, and you cannot fail. I trust you will find this useful. If you are interested in deeper levels of mentorship and support, I have firstly a free ebook which you can download at the link below, as well as a 3-month mentorship for men, which is designed to guide men out of the confusion and delusion of the mind and the mental maps into the truth, the awareness, the love, and the endless spout of creativity and inspiration that lays in the heart of your being. If you're interested in this mentorship, there is also a link to my website where you can read about it. The mentorship takes place every 3 months. As I'm making this video, we've just begun an intake. But I invite you to check out that link. You can apply at any time to secure your spot. I thank you for watching. I thank you for being here. I trust that this video is useful in destroying what you are not, so that what you are can spring forth.